Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here bringing you another World of Warcraft video, and in this one we will be talking about some of the legendary changes, especially the ones coming out in Nighthold on Tuesday, which is the 17th of January. I'm doing this actually on Saturday beforehand, and we will be talking about a new quest line they're adding to upgrade legendaries, which is really exciting, and of course I just can't not talk about it. Marksman Hunters actually got a buff. It's not a huge deal, but it's a little something, and I'm kind of glad that they're changing some things. So without further ado, let's get started. So I was actually going to talk about marksman buffs last, because that was the last thing I said, but you know what? We're going to talk about it now. So I read a blue post this morning. Actually, it was last night, but I will link that in the description below, so you don't just think I'm lying to you. But they're actually, come Tuesday, there will be a little patch that they are going to be buffing aim shot, arcane shot, barrage, black arrow, which is still kind of junk, uh, bursting shot, mark shot, multi shot, murder of crows, piercing shot, sidewinders, volley, and windburst. They're all getting buffed by 8%, which is really exciting. And I know it's still not it's not a big deal. It's not a huge buff, and I've looked at a couple of the forum posts, and people are still upset. They're still saying that hunters are really not viable in those higher tiers. But at least this will be nice for the average player. That'll give us a little bit more damage, especially if you're running with the Sidewinder build that I have kind of been working on. I'll link that in the description as well if you want to check that out if you're a marksman hunter. And it's pretty easy. Yes, I understand it's not the arcane shot build, and it's probably not as good, but for simplicity, it's really nice. It's really easy, and you don't have to worry about the clunkiness of the arcane shot build. So legendaries, as you can see right now, they are still 910. But once you get a legendary, or starting on Tuesday when Nighthold drops, uh, all legendaries will now be 940. And so you're probably wondering, well, what do I do if I have one that's still 910? So come Tuesday, if you have at least one legendary already, which I've got three, only two on me, of course. But if you've got at least one on that character, there will be a quest in Dalaran, and in that quest, once you go get it, it will allow you to get an item that will upgrade your legendary or a legendary of choice to 940. So, what you do is you go get the quest, and then you have to collect essences of aman'thul. I'm not really sure what they are, and I do not know how many you actually have to have. They haven't really stated that. I'm assuming it's going to be not just, oh look, it took me 2 weeks and I have a new an upgraded legendary type thing, but you can get them from Nighthold raid bosses, which I'll put this on the screen, which does include looking for raid 2. So once looking for raid drops, even if you're a higher end player, you might want to get in there and carry a bunch of us. Not that I really do LFR that much, and just it gives you more of a chance to get those essences. Because, like I said, I don't know how many that you'll need. You can get them from weekly mythic keystone caches, so gives people more incentive to do those mythic pluses at least once a week. I don't know if you get more based on how hard. I'm assuming that's the case, but you never know with Blizzard. And you can get them from your emissary bags, which is your daily cache, and then you can get them from PvP weekly quests. So once you collect X amount of essences of aman'thul, however many they want you to get, it will create a distilled Titan essence. And I'm going to hopefully have a picture of that on either the thumbnail or in a box right near my head. I have not decided yet. But that will be the item that will upgrade your legendary from 910 to 940. And the best thing is, so for example, I have three legendaries that will be still stuck at 910. I'm not going to upgrade the legs because they're garbage, but that the quest that they give in Dalaran is actually repeatable. So that's really great. So I know I have a couple of friends who have like 8 legendaries across 2 or 3 characters now. So they will be hitting LFR a lot because they're probably not going to be raiding on all those characters. Okay. now that we got that taken care of, there was a few. Oh, one other thing too. When actually was on my Demon Hunter, and I was like, oh well, when I saw this, maybe I should start, hoarding all my caches, my daily caches. But they also said in a later blue post, which I will link as well, they were actually going to, like, if you're hoarding caches, you will not get a 940 item at all. There's no chance. So you might as well just be opening those. But at the same time, if you want to wait, because let's say you think you're really close to a legendary right now, and you get one today, well, maybe you should have waited until Tuesday, even though you'll still get a 910. Well, who really knows? The way that legendary works is all screwed up. So you know what? Just open them. No big deal. But one other thing, you can get legendaries from the Blingatron 6000 boxes, so definitely be trying to get those. I've had one person from my guild got one. He got the neck piece with the shield, and that's actually kind of nice now that they add that extra stat, so he's kind of happy about that. And also, there was a few changes to some of the legendaries. For example, let's see here. Like the Kill Jaden's Burning Wish, its damage is increased by 55%, which you can see there. Currently, it is 100 or 407k. So if a 55% increase, you're going to expect that to doing over 600k every minute and 15. If you could, and it says all enemies within 10 yards. So if you can find a fight that has a lot of AoE. So for example, if this was in Emerald Nightmare, and you want to use it on, let's say, maybe the last part of Xavius or Il'gynoth, or maybe on Helia, that's going to be doing huge amounts of damage for literally clicking a button. That's really nice. A lot of people are. It doesn't have a lot of stats though, so you kind of have to weigh that. For Paladins, their Chain of Thrain, their bonus damage is being reduced from 20% to 10%. For priests, their Mother Shiraz's Seduction, the stacks of void form gained when entering void form is reduced from 5 to 3. And for rogues, which we have a rogue in our guild who has these foot pads, and he's kind of bummed about this. But the Duskwalker foot pads, the energy needed per 1 second of global or CDR for Vendetta is increased from 50 to 65. And I won't lie to you, those last two mean nothing to me. I've never played a priest, I've never played a rogue. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit shorter than my others. But you know what? The last couple of videos have been doing really well. And if you look at my channel, I've got a lot of videos that's got 20, 30, 40, 50 views. Well, then I've got some that have now like 6,000. So I want to thank you guys for that. I do appreciate that. I know that my videos aren't, spectacular and really awesome, but thank you very much. I do appreciate that. So I will continue to kick these out once, there's enough information and that sort of thing. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like below if you feel so inclined to do so, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this new little marksman mini buff, and let me know about the legendaries. Are you looking forward to some of the? Obviously, you're probably looking forward to the 940 legendaries, but what's the newest legendary that you like? Which one you don't like? That sort of thing. Because I know there's a lot of people who have this core set of 3 that they just hate, and then there's some that they really enjoy. So leave me a comment below, and if you want to subscribe to me and see some more videos, feel free to do so. I'm definitely not going to make you do anything like that. So until my next video.